Hey, good afternoon. It's Greasy Creek Gal, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you. You know, sometimes we're walking out through life and we're on a path that seems like everything's going great. You know, everything's just falling into place. It's just perfect. And then all of a sudden, things change, and it's like you don't know what's going on. The path changes, it's chaos, there's confusion, all that stuff going around, and you're like, you don't even know what to do. So, how do you go from everything being perfect and in line and everything falling into place to all of a sudden everything just changes, like does a 180 in a snap of a finger, and everything is just wrong? And that opens the door to confusion and all that. And you pray, you have your faith that everything's going to work out. But, and there's times when you pray, you don't even have any answers. When I seek the Lord, I'm currently going through a situation right now where everything has been perfect. Everything's just lined up. Everything's fell into place. And then all of a sudden, snap of the fingers, everything's changed. So when I do the self-work, I realize that it's not me that's changed. I'm still the same person. It's other things that have changed, and that's caused this abrupt halt and the chaos and the confusion. So you have to keep your faith. And when you pray, I've been praying, and some light has came upon the subject, but I still don't have the answers. And when I don't have an answer, I don't make a decision, because I'm in a position right now where I don't know what to do. So when you're in that position that you don't know what to do, you don't make a decision, because that's where mistakes are made. So you just have to keep maintaining the faith, and you have to keep praying and wait for that answer to come. And when that answer comes, then you know it's the right decision, because you'll have peace about it. And one of the things that I remember when I was going through some very difficult times, the Lord showed me a picture of this warrior. And the warrior was dressed in all this armor, had a sword, and he was standing in a field, and there was surrounded by fog, and he was terrified. He knew the enemy was there, but he couldn't see him. And so he was just taking his sword and just swatting at everything, and he couldn't hit. And the arrows would come, and they would strike him, because he was just so panicked. And the Lord said, "This is you." And that's where I was at that moment in my life. I was afraid. I had no idea what to do. And I was just swatting at arrows and missing, and just getting hit after hit after hit. And then he showed me the warrior stood up, dropped his sword down to his side, and he set his eyes on Jesus. And he stayed focused. The fear went away because he was focused on Jesus. The fog lifted, and his vision was clear, because his eyes weren't on the problems. His eyes was on Jesus. So that's my word for you today, is to keep your eyes on Jesus, no matter what goes on around you, no matter how much fog, how unclear things are. Don't put your eyes on the enemy. Don't put your eyes on the problem. Don't put your eyes on the situation, because you're going to be like that soldier trying to swat flies that you don't even see coming. You need to set your eyes on Jesus. You need to stay focused on him. You need to depend on him, because he's the one that's going to clear the way, lift the fog, and your vision's going to become clear, and you're going to know exactly what to do when you set your eyes on Jesus. So today, no matter what you're facing, no matter the hardships or the difficulties, set your eyes on Jesus and watch the fog lift. And everything's just going to work out. It always does. So you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.